Welcome back to the Lunch Table Food for Thought. I'm Nico Blitz, the nighttime edition, but still, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, do all of that shit because it really helps us out, man. My next guest, I think I've known him for about 2, maybe pushing about 3 years, and I get a text from his manager, Mackenzie Webster. Shout out to Mackenzie, and she's like, "Yo, my boy's coming out there to do a fucking show. I'm gonna need you to DJ." I'm like, "Say less, man. Say less." And I'm so happy to DJ for this guy because his style is very uppity. It's very jumpy. And at the same time, because he has those uppity beats, his lyrics are very ironic and tells the many stories that black people go through in America. So it's one of those duality type of songs. And this guy comes from Memphis, Tennessee. He goes by the name of Daz Rinko. Daz Rinko, what's up, man?
Hey, it's young Dazzy baby.
Yo,
this
man.
Thing, I'm out here with my boy Nico Blitz. Long time coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about,
boy.
man. It's been a minute, man, because I think it was Lifted.
Mixtape.
Lifted, yeah, the
Rough.
Lifted mixtape when my boy Matthew introduced me to you, and I was like, yo, I love it. I really love it because, especially because you're a rapper, and not a lot of rappers pick up on that sound, that uppity sound. How'd you get that?
Really just from doing research, to be honest. One of my homies put me on to like the whole selection camp really early. So I really would just like listen to that and really just get inspired because when I was in college, like I was literally just listening to, what was trendy or just my personal favorite artists. You get what I'm saying? So I was kind of stuck in this box. So when I was creating my own shit, it was just coming out a little like sounding like everybody else pretty much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wanted to, step out, find some new inspiration. So I just ran into the selection camp on SoundCloud in like 2014, 15.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, artists like Goldlink, Anderson .Paak, this shit like that, K-Tronada vibes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just really like left an impression on me. So yeah, it just kind of trickled over into my own music, and I kind of try to put my own little southern floss on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Try to add a little Memphis to that shit.
No, whenever I hear your tracks, not everything, but you do incorporate some southern sound to it, like maybe even a little bit of like chopped and screwed in it.
Yeah.
Does that bleed over to Memphis?
I want to say it really just comes from. Yeah, you got to say this out, yeah.
I feel like it kind of does.
Yeah, more so, I know Houston is on that chopped and screwed stuff heavy, but with Memphis, it's kind of, I don't know, it's the same pretty much. With certain, when we listen to like old 3 6 Mafia, old Project Pat, it's about the same.
I never actually grew up listening to Project Pat too much.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I still to this day do not know, like, if he was just a Memphis, like, legend, or do people outside of Memphis even, like, know him?
Because to be honest, the first time I listened to anything that was like 3 6 Mafia was Stay Fly.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first introduction. I was like, yo, like, who are these guys? But then not knowing that these guys have been around forever.
I think it was probably around for like 10, 15 years around the time, so, Stay Fly came out. So.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. But
even like now, Juicy J is just... He's still popping for some reason,
right.
And like,
man, like 30 years in the game,
exactly. And even like with No Limit, just people are always constantly remixing his shit, and I'm like, yo, like, how much influence Juicy J has to be still relevant in hip hop today?
That's rare, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's really rare. Yeah, man. But really, just a lot of the whole Memphis scene from the 90s and early 2000s. When me growing up, I was never heavy on it. I used to just hear it a lot at like family reunions and shit like that.
What?
Yeah, like, you go to like, your cousin graduation party and, every song is going to be like Project Pat, 3 6 Mafia, Yo Gotti.
Popping your collar type of shit.
Yeah. So with me, and it seemed like every time we would be in like a family event, some drama would pop off. And I used to always like attribute that to like, the music, to be honest, because people be turned and crunk, and the next minute everybody fighting each other like we not cousins. So I'm like, I don't know if I like this. So yeah, early on, I wasn't really on to like, like
I get it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a battle between what your family was used to versus what you actually liked.
Yeah, because really it was like even with my sisters, they were heavy on it. And with me, I have 3 older sisters, and they are like a year apart, like 33, 32, 31.
Yeah.
Then my mama took a break and had me. You know what I'm saying? I'm 23. So it was like a big gap between us, and like you got them and they're on like the old Project Pat stuff, and me personally, I'm like Kid Cudi and Kanye in like '08 type shit. You know,
you're like super millennial compared to them.
Exactly. Like a lot of people, like even when they hear me talk, they say I don't sound like I'm from Memphis because I don't.
Really?
Yeah. Like people will say because I don't say Maine and.
Oh,
yeah.
You don't have the lingo that a lot of Memphis people have. But I do hear it in your voice though. Maybe it's because I don't listen to a lot of people from.
Yeah, it really just comes from the city.
Yeah.
To be honest, like nobody outside when like I talk to people on the road, like, and I tell them I'm from Memphis, they like, oh, that's dope. But when I'm, talking to somebody in my city, they like mid conversation be like, where you from? And I'm like, North Memphis. And they be like, the hood? And you talk like this? And I'm like, I mean, I guess. So, yeah, man.
How did you? It couldn't have just been the fact that your sisters are like 10 plus years older than you.
I don't.
That attributes to the difference in your tone, or so you're from the hood, North Memphis, right?
Yeah, I don't know. For one, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I guess the first 10 years of my life, I would say we were in the ghetto, and then the 10 to now, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't the ghetto like that, so. The first 10 years of my life, I don't remember much of that than I do the last 13 years. You get what I'm saying? So I would just have to say it may come from that. I don't know.
What were you doing for like the... That's a huge question. What the fuck were you doing for like 13 years?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just crazy over time. Like you branch out and you just, I don't know. You just branch out and just discover other stuff. I feel like my sister, my family, and a lot of people in Memphis, they just don't ever get out and get a chance to even see things outside of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like that may have helped, or just my upbringing, how, like, I don't know, I was just really isolated a lot. Like,
really?
I was, like, always the type to, like, be in his room type stuff. Like, my first rap, like, I was literally in my room. I think I was in trouble. My mom, like, sent me to my room, and I literally rapped. Like, so I was just always isolated. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, I've never... At one point, I was the kid, like, you'll say the first 10 years of my life, I was the go outside, kid with my homies. And, like, after that, like, I just, towards my teen years, I just started getting isolated and just being more observant and just, of everything and just my surroundings.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because my uncle, for example, and my cousins, my direct cousins, they're about to reach the age of like 12, 13 years old. And he's like, man, this is the second time I'm going to have to go through this. You know how much of a bitch it was to like raise a kid when they're like 13, 14? I was like, oh, shit, you're right. You got 1 and 2 more times just to do this shit. And like... growing up, we didn't really realize when we were 13 that we were going through all these life changes, and isolation was kind of the best way to figure yourself out.
Like, when you're going through those changes, like, stuff's happening to you, like, you're experiencing stuff, like, you don't know if it's you, like, you don't know that everybody else in the world is going through certain things that you're going through, like, certain situations.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'd say around that time, I kind of started getting isolated a little bit, and I kind of probably stayed isolated. I'm still isolated to this day. Like, I'm a real introvert. Like, I never, like, go to parties and stuff. I did a lot when I was in college, and that was, like, the only period I remember in recent history where I, was always out and always with a bunch of people.
Yeah. And,
like, that was... 2014?
It was probably a mission to try to get you out the crib.
Yeah, my homies, because I was the only homie, like, that was working a 9 to 5. Everybody else, like...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, everybody else, like, had the... Not 9 a.m. to 5, but, like, 4 p.m. Yeah, I worked that job. But, like, all of them, they was just, like, school was their only thing. So, I get off work and stuff. I go, to... come home. I was working at Popeyes. Like, flipping chicken, you heard me? Yeah, man. But nah, Yeah, I would come home smelling like chicken and shit. They'd be like, bro, dude, come on, bro, let's go out and all that. And I'd be like,
Daz Rinko the plug for Popeyes, bro.
Hey, shh, don't tell nobody that, bro.
Hey, super side note, man. Have you ever tried the Popeyes turkey?
Bro, I seen, who was that?
That was me.
No. LeBron's wife posted Popeye's turkey like Thanksgiving. She was like, secrets out, this was popping. So it's really popping like that, bro?
It really is popping, dude. Because, okay, let me tell you this. 2 years ago, my parents just pulled up and they're like, yo, we have this KFC turkey. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know Kentucky Fried Chicken served turkey. Okay. Oh, and it's Cajun. Oh, okay. Took one bite. I was like, yo, this shit's bomb. This shit's fucking bomb. Is it kind
of spicy or?
It's not spicy, but it has a little bit of a spice to it.
Because when
like it tastes like Cajun chicken.
Because when people used to come up, when I worked at that joint, people come up asking for it. I used to just be like, "You sure you want this?" Like slide. It's a Kroger's up the street, man. It's a Walmart up the street. They used to kill them.
I'll always take Popeyes over KFC though.
Yeah,
to be quite honest. So then when I had the Popeyes turkey, I was like, "Yo, this is way better than the KFC turkey."
So. I wonder who got it from who, because somebody had to come out with it first.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a blessing. I love Thanksgiving
You don't question the blessings.
I don't question it, man. It's good food. It's good food. So in college, man, you're in college. Mm-hmm. What were you in college for? Was it for music?
Music was my minor. And that's just because I really went to college off the strength of I stayed with my sister, and she was like, what you gonna do when you graduate? Like, you got to get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, I guess I'll go to college. It was either...
So you were just going to college just to go to college?
Just to go to college, yeah. Real shit, just to go. Like, I did not know, which is crazy gonna sound. I really feel like in high school, they didn't prepare us that. In my city, like, the school system was kind of,
Yeah.
So they don't really prepare you for it. Like, the first time I heard of FAFSA was, like, first day senior year. Like, they never mentioned it prior to senior year.
Wow.
And I'm like, come on, bro. So I feel like when I got to college, I was undecided. It's probably 2 weeks. I was like, okay, I like law and order. I'll go with criminal justice. So I went criminal justice in the music minor, and that was about it. It really was either criminal justice or business, and I'm like, everybody do business, that's like the standard. And I'm like, I'll do law. I can get somebody off.
Yeah.
Or get somebody ass sent to jail. I'll do it.
Well, it's actually very interesting because, for example, I was actually just thinking about this the other day because going into college, I had this mindset of, okay, I want to be a psych major. Mm-hmm. And then I took psychology class, and I'm like, bruh, I don't want to keep on looking at people and like, oh, you are this because of that, da-da-da. I was like, there's just way too many terms. And literally, just the other day in the car, I thought to myself, like, wow, I wanted to be a psych major when I entered college, and now all I really do is talk to people, and people tell me, like, yo, it's very therapeutic. I'm like, oh, shit, the two kind of link. So for you, like, it's very interesting how you say you were into criminal justice, and Black Boy Joy literally talks about all the shit that goes on with, like, black people. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, like,
and it's not even purposeful.
Yeah, like, it was just really just telling, like, at the time, I felt like it was around the time Trump had just got elected. And I just felt like it was just, I don't know, it was everywhere. It was, like, unescapable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just literally, like, went in and just wrote what was on my mind when it came to certain situations, whether it be Black Boy Joy song, whether it be SOS, like just the day-to-day life, you know what I'm saying? Just because, like, I really feel like not just with black people, but a lot of races, a lot of minorities, like, we kind of start behind. You get what I'm saying? Like, when we're born, we're kind of behind a few steps. You get what I'm saying?
That was, like, one of the bars that really stuck out. I think it was on the last song of Black Boy Joy, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, like, that's real shit. Like, so, you have to work harder than, you know what I'm saying, other people, who were already put in opportunities if you weren't given those opportunities. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I just wanted to voice that on songs and let people know, like, yo, we all the same when it comes to this, and just really give people, understanding of where I was coming from. And I was surprised because I was kind of nervous going into Black Boy Joy because I felt like, I don't know, like why people would probably think I was racist. I don't know. It was racist. I don't know because I've seen like
You're saying people thought Black Boy Joy was racist?
Yeah, people would think that. Yeah, people think that. Yeah.
What were they saying?
Like I only had like one person that make like a slick remark on like comment under my shit, but like when I say earlier this year, I think Spotify came out with like the Black Boy Joy playlist, and they were like featuring like my songs and a bunch of other songs made by black men. And I seen they had the kid from Stranger Things the cover artist and stuff like that on it. And I seen like people were just like kind of bashing the playlist because they was like, what if they came out with White Boy Joy and all that? Like, how would y'all feel? And it was just crazy to me. And it kind of made me, and this was long after I had put the first Black Boy Joy out. Yeah. So I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, is this what people really think when they see like my project? Like they're scrolling, they see Black Boy Joy. It's like they really like, the fuck is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's crazy.
A very interesting take on it because the way I see it, Black Boy Joy, you're more so celebrating the good and the bad that comes with being black.
I just feel like when people hear the word black or white, they just think like automatically like it's something like bad.
Yeah.
When you just bring up race, I feel like people think it's bad. Like sometimes.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
This the way, and especially around the time when the project came out, it was just a tough time. And I feel like it was tension was high between all races at that point, and it still is.
Do you think that the controversy surrounding even the title Black Boy Joy prohibited growth for you?
No lie, at times I did feel that way. But I don't think so now. I mean, of course, I know there are probably people that seen it and the name probably threw them off. I'm sure. But I get hit up by so many races telling me like Black Boy Joy is one of their favorite songs and you're amazing, keep going and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know. It's just it could be, could not be. I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, I kind of know so. Yeah, I'm sure somebody in the world has seen it and was like, Black Boy Joy. I don't know, man.
I think in a sense it makes you pretty ballsy because when artists come to realize that you can't please every single person, the one thing you can really do is just make sure you put some art out and see who will gravitate toward it and who will not. But you can't have everybody on your side.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. It's always how it is. Like, it's people out here that think Beyonce is trash.
Yeah. I mean, as of recently.
What?
I mean, the Carters.
You're not finna get the beehive on me.
I'm just saying, the Carters. Anyone who says that the Carters was good, I'm like, bruh.
We're gonna cut the cameras.
No, we ain't cutting shit.
We're not getting the beehive on your dad. This is all Nico Blitz.
Hey, I'm just saying, man.
Beehive.
All
the
Beyonce
y'all.
shit from prior, like, yo, that's great.
Me and Beyonce are Virgos. Beehive, I love y'all. Anyway. But nah, man, it's people that think like the goats are like trash. So it's always gonna be that. It's always.
I don't think goats are ever trash. Like, for example, even back to the 3 6 Mafia shit, right? Mm-hmm. Even though I'm not accustomed to all of 3 6 Mafia's music, and the one song that sticks out to me is "Stay Fly." They're not trash. They're just people who I haven't really invested a lot of time in.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what I mean? And even coming with like a title of Black Boy Joy, there's going to be people who just, I'm invested in this because of all the messages that you're bringing.
Yeah, and I really feel like the good is going to outweigh the bad. So, the bad seeds, get them up out of here anyway.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you have a problem with it, I really don't want you listening to my stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you thinking, like, I don't want you listening to it anyway. So, yeah.
So then, what's the reception of your music been like from your family since your sister just wanted you to go to college?
Oh, it's crazy. Like, they always kind of try to make it like their duty to let me know like how proud they are of me.
Yeah.
Cause when I decided to take a break from school and just focus on music, none of them really accepted. They was like, "It's your life, but you sure you want to do that?" Cause I don't know, they weren't fans of my music yet. They just knew that their brother rapped. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't Daz Rinko yet. I was still, the normal little brother.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it took maybe, I say after Lifted, I say, they still kind of, it really took Black Boy Joy.
Yeah.
When I came out with Black Boy Joy and they kind of seen the energy I put into it and the product, and when they listened to it and they heard it, and I think that was their first time hearing like, oh my God, my brother's actually on to something. And ever since then, it's just been all support with them.
Damn.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, like I still like can't believe it. Like they jumped on board. It really like they like jumped on board like, yo, I believe in what you're doing. You got something special. Like, you know what I'm saying? At first I was just the little brother that rap that should be in school type shit.
Yeah. But now they actually believe you.
Yeah.
Because they're seeing you're going on tours and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just all about, just being consistent, really, bro. Like, that's all they really took with them, with just being consistent. And, I mean, they just seen that. They were just happy. Memphis is about that action, and they was just happy that I wasn't out there in the streets just being about that action with other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just was happy that, their little brother wasn't, passionate about something. They hadn't probably listened to my stuff yet, but like, yo, you passionate about it. So when I think Black Boy Joe was their first time listening, and yeah, it was just crazy.
How'd you avoid being in the streets then?
I don't really know. I guess for one, that just never was me. I mean, I don't know, man. You're talking to a guy who, like I said, man, I was listening to Cudi like in 8th grade while everybody else was listening to like Gucci Mane and OJ the Juice Mane and shit. So that shit just never was me. That shit was just never my style. You get what I'm saying? I just always been I don't know, man. Just always been the homie that was cool, but they like, you just weren't. I just hang with the hood niggas. You get what I'm saying? I'm not out there when it's time for them to go do that hood shit. Like, all right, y'all.
I'm going home. What we doing?
Keys. And yeah, it's just always been like that, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're kind of like you kind of remind me of my homie DJ Head. He was just always affiliated around those people, but but just being on the outside of it. Yeah, because the same like homies that end up growing up to be these, niggas who doing this crazy shit. Like, we always in elementary school together. You know what I'm saying? Wearing little uniforms, eating motherfucking school lunch. So just over time, we're all close friends, but some people just end up transitioning off to this way, and some people go this way. So we still like this, but you know what I'm saying? When it's time for me to go do my music and it's time for them to go do what their day-to-day shit, it's just gonna be, it is what it is. Do you feel like they ever see you as, I guess, kind of like an escape? I feel like it, yeah. At times, because, that's all they talk about is like when we're like, oh, doing this music. I see you doing your music, all that shit. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say. Do you feel like you're an escape for them? Because you're in L.A. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're from Memphis. Yeah. And you're out here. Yeah. I can only imagine that some of them might be looking at you like, oh, shit, well, Daz is kind of like leading the way and showing us there's a different route to things. It may be, but I don't know. I can never tell because, I don't want to speak for them type shit. I could just, but I don't know. They've never said anything like that, but I feel like, if I can be, I can. Like, I want to be, a vision of hope. There's other ways to do shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep trying to set the example. I don't want to really just, bash their, because we can't help how we were brought up. So I don't know if, Nah, I feel you, man. It's either you are or you aren't, but it's not something to be, oh, I am this person type of shit. Yeah. I just want to, man, I'm just trying to
make the best music and just, just spread love and positivity throughout the world, bro. And just really, like, show people, like, what I'm about. You get what I'm saying? Because I really don't. Now, like, this whole 2018, my manager can attest, like, it's really just been straight tunnel vision. Like, after Black Boy Joy dropped, we went straight tunnel vision. Like, we just block out shit, to be honest. Like, we just work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because we have a mission to, like, people gonna hear this. Like, my name's gonna be around. Like, people gonna know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it's been with me. So I don't really like to. I mean, I don't know, man.
It's kind of like, I feel like you were kind of put in an impossible situation considering people, at least from your perspective, people from Memphis, it's really hard for them to get out. And initially, the music wasn't the way out type of thing. So it's very interesting how you have this ambition to you have this tunnel vision to want to achieve all your goals.
Yeah, I really feel like because I really risk it a lot, in 2015 and shit, when I decided to just do music instead of going back my junior year of school, I literally, like, that was the biggest risk I feel like I've taken to this day. And, like, and this was me before Lifted. You know what I'm saying? This is me before the Rough mixtape, the Black Boy Joy. This is me before any of this, before I'm able to come out to LA and headline a show. Like, I'm going off the strength, like, yo, I really feel like I can do this.
So
this is no song out yet. Like, I really feel like I can do this.
So you're saying you took a risk without even having your first mixtape out?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. No, hardly any music out. I just felt like, yo, I feel like I could do this. Like, I studied the game. Like, I felt like, yo, I see where he went wrong. I'm not gonna go wrong.
Who are you studying?
I'm not gonna say no names, bro.
Bruh.
I can't.
Okay, so then what was a pattern that you were seeing? Now it's getting hot.
Yeah. I would say trend following, big head, inconsistency. I can go all day. How other I've been seeing people fall off. Signing deals too early. Staying indie too long. I done seen it all, bro. Like, I study, like, I'm that rapper, like, before he goes to the studio, like, I'm watching a Hot 97 interview.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still to this day studying, like, the game. Like, when I leave here, I'm probably gonna go home, go to the Airbnb and get on YouTube and, like, catch up on, like, interviews and shit I missed because I was on the flight today type shit. Like, I'm just a student of the game, like, and I've been that way since high school. Like, before I picked up the mic and all that, like, I always been, like, a fan. Like, if I was a fan of a musician, I'd, like, study their rise type shit. Because I knew, like, I was like, yeah, I want to be a rapper one day. But it was just a joke. But I'm like, I love music. So I started watching interviews and shit just off the strength of just, I'm interested in music. And then I started studying them. And I'm like, yo, I'm finna do this type shit.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
On
that note, who needs college when you actually study real life shit? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. I went to college. I got my degree. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. But different strokes, different folks.
Degrees.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of newer artists don't study it that much, because I talk to a lot of artists. They're just like, yo, I'm gonna run with it. Mm-hmm. Or they kind of just like, they just go in full force without knowing what the fuck they're doing. But I feel like for somebody who studies the game it seems like very meticulously, that's such an introvert thing to do, bro.
Yeah.
It really is.
It goes right back to the first few minutes of the interview. I told you, bro. I would be in my room, bro. First time I was in my room just writing. Yeah. Mama mad at me. I'm just writing a little rap in my room. But yeah,
I was watching this YouTube video the other day, because I get a lot of my shit from YouTube too. And they were saying the best thing you can do for yourself in order to keep your mind constantly growing is to study something for at least an hour a day. So, we have 24 hours in the day. You sleep for about 7. You probably sleep for like 3.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? But it's like, just take 1 hour out of your day just to be like, okay, I'm just going to learn something new. Or I could just watch a whole hour interview and just see what the fuck they're talking about and pick some shit up.
Yeah, and then it really doesn't feel like, it's not like studying for like, and when I was in college, studying for like a exam was like, but just watching and studying somebody's like how they get down, like watching like a Rap Genius video of how a producer made a beat. That shit is fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun to do. Like, it's just fun to do. It's just fun to read, like, articles about certain shit, about the war of streaming and about all this shit. It's just fun.
The war of streaming?
You know what I'm saying? About streaming, like, streaming wars, like Spotify, Apple Music.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just fun to read up on it, cause especially when you're in the mix. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it's involving you. So, a lot of artists don't even do that.
Well, because I think artists nowadays, they just look at it like, okay, I'm going to be the artist and I'm just going to be the face, right? But those are the people who could get taken advantage of so quickly if you don't know your shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people don't read the fine print. A lot of people just... I feel like a lot of times it just happens too fast for people.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just, like, when they finally have time to sit and, like, look over shit, they like, oh my gosh, I ain't messed up. Like, I signed a 360 type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like you make that one hit, and then after that, you can't even eclipse it. And then they try to just pair you with hella random people. And then by the time that comes around, it's like your buzz is already done because your single, that was the best single you could ever put out.
You just broke that shit down to a T, Nico. You just broke that shit down to a T.
Yeah. Well, that's why for you having cohesive albums in which they all sound cohesive. Mm-hmm. It kind of gives you that edge in which, I don't know Daz Rinko just for this song. I know Daz Rinko for these albums.
Yeah, and that really came from starting off. I was like, I just wanted to put out songs. Like, I felt like when I was first introduced to my manager, like, I used to go on like a 1-song release basis type thing. Like, I used to work on 1 song at a time. Like, go to the studio, work on this 1 song, go to the studio again, work on the same song type thing. I don't know how I started making projects because anyway.
Wait, were you producing your own shit too?
No, I was just rapping
and just writing shit.
And it's taking so long to do 1 song. But when I first linked with my manager and she told me about like, yo, you want to put out mixtape? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, a few months in, I'm like, yo, I don't know if I want to put out a mixtape. These singles are doing good. I'm getting love from these singles. I want to just keep dropping singles. And like, she just let me know, like, you don't want to get known for a single. You got to let people know you can drop a full-length project. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you drop a full-length project and it's good, I feel like you really earn the trust of a lot of people. Like, because, like, it's a lot of people, like, with that hit single, like, I don't trust them yet, man.
Yeah, not yet, man. Not yet. I can't trust these one-hit wonders, man. It's hard out here.
Yeah,
it's really hard out here for them people.
Yeah, man.
Watching all these interviews and whatnot, what type of gems have you been picking up?
Gems. Let me think.
Because I be getting stuck in some wormholes sometimes, bro.
I don't know. I really feel like it depends. I know when I watch like a Breakfast Club interview or something like that, I really don't really get much from them, because especially if it's somebody who out here doing bullshit, Charlamagne ain't gonna tear their ass up.
Yeah.
But if I'm watching like a Hot 97 joint, I'll get a few gems just from like how people got to where they at, which nobody really tells you how they really get it. It's really about connections. But yeah, just watching how they, their mindset is really how the gems I get from it. Just the mindset of an artist is the gems I get from it. Because at one point, I really was stuck in my own head, feeling like I was the only person going through writer's block. I was the only person that was overthinking a project or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So watching, interviews or things like that just really, or reading articles just reconfirms that we're all artists. We all go through the same stuff. So
yeah.
That's the best gem I've gotten.
Yeah. I feel like getting over writer's block specifically, you need to have a team out there to just be like, no, like, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even call it. I don't even know if I was in writer's block, but I don't know. I just kept feeling like everything I was writing wasn't good enough. I don't know if that's writer's block. It's maybe a new term I'll make, but I just felt like every verse I was writing, I just wasn't topping it. I just want to keep. That's how I try to do it every time I'm trying to top it, and I go through stretches where I feel like, yo, this ain't better than the last shit. I gotta make this better than the last shit type shit. Now I play it for my manager or my engineer, and they'll be like, bro, this shit hard, bro.
Yeah.
Put this shit out. Like, people don't know, like, one of my biggest songs to this day, Black Boy Joy, like, was the last ad to the project. That's called Black Boy Joy. Like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My manager literally, like, we had the beat for a long time, and my manager literally, like, sent it back to me, like, I think this has potential. I think you could do something with this. And I literally recorded the memo. I had it playing on my laptop. I had the phone in my hand. I used voice memo, and I recorded it like, I'm talking about the Black Boy Joy. And like, yeah, and the next day we recorded it, one take damn near, and yeah.
Oh, shit,
And threw it on the project, and that became like the biggest song from the project.
And did you name the project Black Boy Joy before that song was made?
The project was already named Black Boy Joy, all that. I already had, like, it was going original. The EP is 6 songs. It was originally 5 songs.
Yeah.
It was called Black Boy Joy, but the Black Boy Joy song was not there. It was like a last minute ad.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like one of the biggest, if not the biggest song from it. So.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
It's wild.
And I think that's one of those titles that you can keep on carrying forward for the rest of your career if you decide to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. We may see.
Black Boy Joy 2, man. Why did you decide to make a 2?
Really, I felt like with the EP, it was just 6 songs, probably wasn't over 15 minutes. I really felt like I left a lot on the table. So I just really wanted to pick up. It wasn't original. I didn't go into the studio after Black Boy Joy like, yo, let's do a sequel. Like, I originally had another title called Coloring Outside the Lines. And I made like a couple of songs. I feel like some of them got released. What song off that joint got released? What was on there? I don't want to add my manager into this joint. you remember
Shout out Kenzie.
Yeah, Sweetie.
Okay.
That was one of the songs that was originally on there that we like. Okay, we had like 4 songs, and I was just like, I don't know, man. I'm not all the way behind this. I just want to, I want to keep, because it wasn't like meaningful songs. It was just like Sweetie. Sweetie is just
it's just
playful.
It's a cool single.
Yeah, it's just
It's
playful.
Cool
So it was just a bunch of playful tracks, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I want to continue telling people where I left off. I want to, I want to keep, continue. I got so much left to say, and that's how Black Boy Joy 2 came. The bigger picture came because, I just had more to say. I just had like way more to tell, and I feel like it was needed.
So what's like the bigger picture compared to what the original project was?
Really, just with the original project, it was just more so talking about like this experience. But in the second one, I really just with the bigger picture, I'm trying to like let people like show people like the future, like how we could like elevate and push this forward. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As a culture, you know what I'm saying? As humans on the planet type shit, not just one race. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? There was this one bar. Damn, what song was it? It was, oh God, I forgot which song it was. But you said something like, "I think we can't stop racism, but we can always improve ourselves." Something like that. It was something along those lines.
I think I know.
And I think I wanted to I think when I was driving around listening to this shit, I wanted to ask you, how do we stop racism?
I don't even know if we can stop it. I think it's always gonna be something that's there.
Yeah.
From generations, I feel like it can get better. I don't feel like it's ever going to be like, yo, no racism going on, but I just feel like it can get better than what it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like To be honest, we just all got to treat each other equal, bro. Like, we all came out the same way. We all gonna go out the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're all human beings, bro. All have ears, all this same shit. Like, we're humans, bro. Like, nobody's better than the next person.
Yeah.
No celebrity is better than the homeless guy.
Amen.
So, yeah, man.
Amen.
I just feel like we just all got to be equal.
Amen to that, bro.
Yeah.
Daz Rinko, man. I mean, by the time I release this, the show will probably be done. But
We're gonna tear that motherfucker.
Yeah, we're gonna tear that shit up, man. We're gonna tear that shit up. I guess how does it feel knowing that you're out here in LA performing your shit in front of people who fuck with you?
Bro, this shit is a dream come true, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. This shit is a dream. When I originally decided to do music, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I'm like, I'm a tour, I'm gonna do this. But when you finally get it, you like, wow, bro, this shit really happened. Like, the fact that I'm in LA, fucking chopping it up with you after 2 years, like, of supporting, like, bro, that shit just really ain't even hit me yet. Like, I'm really in the days. Like, yeah, like, even when I was in Toronto, same way. When I go to New York, same way. It's just always like, wow, bro. It's like, wow. It's just
surreal.
Like, yeah. Like, I'm trying to just keep it growing, though. I want to just take it to the masses.
Yeah, man. So that's the next step, just constantly touring, just pushing your music out.
Yeah, man. I'm really just, this next year, of course, we're going to keep the pressure, keep applying pressure. The world can't not operate with no Daz Rinko. But I'm just playing. But nah, man, I'm gonna keep, of course, applying pressure. But yeah, man, I'm thinking a debut album, like, in the future, bro. Like, that's how I'm feeling. But I don't want to rush it. When my debut album comes, I want some acclaim behind it. You get what I'm saying? I want motherfuckers to really know about that shit. So yeah, man, that's what I'm finna really just be working on when I get off tour. Just really honing my shit. Like, I'm trying to take this shit to 1,000.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We on 10 right now. Let's take it to 1,000. So, yeah, man. That's all it is, man.
Did you, I know this might be very premature, but did you have any ideas of how you wanted to construct your debut album?
Not yet, man. I have so many ideas. And that's really the hard part. Like, it's just putting it all together. Like, I just want, it's just hard to explain. I just want it to be just the most amazing shit. Like, everything, like, all these years, I'm 20-something, all 20-something years, at least on some shit, like, builds up to that type shit. Like, I have a lot more to say and a lot more, like, the Black Boy Joy, series is kind of like the, black male experience, but with the debut album, just trying to bring people into Daz Rinko, let people know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, as a person.
I get you. Way more like introspective as opposed to your viewpoints on how the black experience is.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like a lot of times, I don't know, I open up a lot on songs. But as on a project, I want to literally, like, as I think about it now, I kind of want my debut album to be like a biography or something, like, like autobiography or something like that. Cause, like, bro, it's hard, bro. It's hard. I got so many thoughts on it. It's just hard, bro. Just know, Nico, when that motherfucker drop, of course you gon' hear
hey,
it.
man,
Early.
I'm gonna peep that shit right away, bro.
Yeah,
right away.
You know
I better be DJing on the tour too.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, Mackenzie, you better book me now.
DJ Nico, motherfucking Blitz. Yeah, man.
Yo,
worldwide.
Man. Daz Rinko, man, thank you for stopping by to the lunch table, man. We got that
Nico.
event coming. Well, it's probably already done by the time you're listening to this, but
I'm sorry if you missed out.
There will be more from Daz Rinko in the future, man, and more Daz Rinko on the lunch table too, man.
My motherfucking brother Nico.
Yo, Daz Rinko, DazRinko on everything, man. Anything you want to say to the people?
Daz Rinko is a GOAT. The moon landing was fake. Nico Bliss is the motherfucking man. The lunch table, this shit is fucking incredible. If you listen to this, you a boss. That's about it. I'm out.